Hello chess lovers, Suren here, and in this video I would like to share with you a very fascinating chess problem composed by Hungarian electrical engineer Ottó Bláthy, who was specialized in the field of very long moveovers, also known as long movers. Previously I have published this puzzle asking you to try to solve, thanks to all those who sent me their solutions, and now after a long break I will show you how to mate Black King. According to Bláthy, there is a mate in 114 moves, but in his analysis he's making a mistake and actually it's possible to mate in 113 moves. I will show you the move which he missed in his analysis. In here we have this grotesque puzzle, a messed up position where white's only active piece is the rook, and using that black pieces are doomed to passivity, this single rook is going to finish up Black King. If we have a look at the engine evaluation, we can see that Stockfish9 is evaluating as winning for black, but actually this puzzle is beyond engine's abilities because it requires a huge deal of maneuvering and the engine is unable to calculate up to the end. You can see that the engine changed its evaluation, evaluating that black stands much better, but anyways, let's see how it goes. In order to win the game, white is first playing rook h1, bishop f4, and now comes rook d1, bishop e3, rook f1, bishop c5, and rook f4. The threat is rook g4, checkmate. You can't promote your pawn to a queen because you will get checkmated. That's why after rook f4 the bishop retreats back on e3, and after rook g4 check is covering Black King. But now white is playing rook g1, after which we are reaching the initial position where this time it's black to move. With the help of a triangulation, white rook managed to gain a tempo and now it's black to move, and now white rook will start his journey countless times in order to place black in a position of Zugzwang and manage to squeeze maximum of the position. Black is now in Zugzwang, is forced to move his pawn a6, but of course white won't capture on a6 and allow black to connect his pawns. White is playing rook h1, a very important move in order not to allow any bishop h4 moves, bishop f4, and again rook d1, bishop e3, rook f1, and after rook f4, bishop e3, again we are announcing a check, rook g1, and black is in Zugzwang. A takes b5, and again we are going for our journey. A beautiful rook maneuver, after which again it's black to move and b4. Now we have to repeat this all over again in order to force black to push forward all his pawns and win them. Rook g1 and this time b3, and let's go for the rook maneuver once again. I hope that you are not getting bored. Let's just go for it and see what's going to happen in the end of the puzzle. Rook h1, bishop f4, and let's go for the rook maneuver once again. We have it rook g1, and again black is forced to push forward one of his pawns. Let's go for the rook maneuver, and we have it rook g4 check, and then rook g1, b4. Let's go for the rook maneuver once again, and bishop g5, rook g1. Black is forced to make a move with one of his pawns, and here we go. Here we go for the rook maneuver, rook g1, b6. Black is prolonging his resistance by playing b6. Of course, black could go for b5 in order to get checkmated quicker, but no one wants to get checkmated quicker. b5, and here we go again for the same rook journey. The rook is going for a long journey, guys. Rook h1, bishop f4, and it's the end, guys. It's the end. Soon black is going to give away one of his pawns. Rook g1, and here we go, b1 queen. Now we will munch the first pawn. Rook takes b1, bishop f4, and here we go again. We are going for a triangulation. Rook g1, b2. Hope that you are not getting bored because soon we will start munching one after another of these b pawns. Rook h1. Okay, black is out of moves. Soon we'll play b1 and we will grab that pawn b1, and rook takes b1, bishop f4. Meanwhile, black is still making moves with his bishop, but this rook is coming all over again. Rook g1, b2, and we are getting near to our finish. Bishop d4, rook f4, bishop e3 check, bishop g5, rook g1. Now black has two main options. Either can play e3 or can promote the b pawn to a queen. Let's just have a look at the move b1 queen. Then again, we can capture on b1. If bishop e3, then rook d1, bishop g5, this time again rook g1. Black is in Zugzwang e3, rook f1. Now all we need is to win the pawn on d2, rook g1, d1, rook takes d1, bishop f4, and here we go, rook d8, bishop h2. Black bishop can't do anything. King d7 is on the board, after which we are capturing on g8 and we have a checkmate on the board. This is move 113 and we have a checkmate on the board. Let's go back, but let's see what if after rook g1 black plays e3. Then here we have several options to win. Let's go for rook h1. If bishop f4, then rook d1. If bishop h2, then rook f1. Now if d1 queen, of course black bishop can't leave its post, is playing d1, and we can capture on d1, bishop f4. Now let's grab the pawn on b2 as well. Rook takes b2, bishop g3. The bishop is controlling the b8 square. That's why let's play rook c2 in order to penetrate the 8th rank from the c file. But black has a cunning defensive move, bishop c7. You can't capture because this is a stalemate. That's why rook c4 is on the board. The threat is rook g4 checkmate, bishop f4. Another strong move by black, which is prolonging his resistance. Again, the bishop is untouchable because of the stalemate. And in here, Bláthy offers rook c8, which mates in 4, and in that case we will have mate in 114 moves. But instead of playing rook c8 after bishop f4, as you can see, the engine suggests king d7, which mates in 3. That's why we can play king d7, and in this case we can checkmate in 3 moves. Now if king takes f8, then rook c8 check, and after king g7, let's promote the pawn to a bishop and checkmate black king. Or after king d7, if bishop c7, then this time simply we can play rook e8, and after bishop e5, let's promote the pawn to a bishop, and we have a checkmate on the board. Again, this is move 113 and we have a checkmate on the board. A very beautiful and creative long mover, I think, composed by Ottó Bláthy. Thanks for watching, and again thanks to all those who sent me their solutions. It was actually a long time ago that I published this puzzle, and I can't even remember how many correct answers I received, but all in all, thanks for your great interest and messages. That's really motivating.